Hey, Ben. Wake up again. Wake up. Lou, are you with us?
Yes. 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 Yeah, that was Drunk, which is a song that I deeply love. Is actually a song that I constantly play around when I do shows. And it's actually quite special because I played it for the first time at Nordic FOTSCon in 2019. And then we played again with Pete, Flau, and Pilosus as well during Eurofluence 25. But I mean, I gotta say, I am cheating a bit about the song because I don't get drunk very often. Actually, I'm a good guy, I swear.
That's what I'd say as well. But, then someone comes along with the good stuff. I swear I haven't had any of that. And all my plans are out of the window. And I know for a fact that Pilosus is actually creating some of that good stuff.
Well, it all started when I was a new student in town. Homebrewing was all the craze, and I decided to try out a ginger beer, since ginger is nice. I brewed up 10 liters using 500 grams of ginger, and in retrospect, let's just say I learned from my mistakes. After that, I went over to brewing dry meads made with honey, water, and yeast. And more recently, I've been trying out brewing Nordic farmhouse ales like this one. Brewing ale is a lot more time consuming than mead on the brewing day, as you have to mash the malt and boil it all. But the fermentation is done much sooner and it's not as strong in the final product. For mead, starting a batch is pretty simple and quick, but there's a lot more factors that can affect the taste in a bad way, and you don't get the best results until well a year later.
Weren't a few of you also playing in a Scandic a few years ago, Flau?
Oh yeah, we sure did. We play on stage every year, but 2019 we actually ended up doing a completely unplanned and unrehearsed jam session up in the party wing, and I think that time we weren't the complete full band. We were having a bunch of hard time trying to find what kind of music we could play that we all knew. We only had a banjo, a clarinet, and the trombone. So sparse, not a lot of musicians, but we made it work with a mix of jazz, a bit of Christmas songs, and a certain horse song you might know about. We got a few people to sing along. It was really nice. Eventually, we got invited to a room party held by a few Estonians, and if you can tell us in the chat who you are, I'd love you, because that I don't remember who you are, but thank you, because playing at that party really made my convention that year.
Yes, and from my side, a quick programming note. Following this concert, we, the band, the SnOwOflakes, will be moving to the event room Meet the Band. There should be a link somewhere here on Discord, where you'll have the chance to interact directly with us. Ask more questions, tell some stories, exchange ideas, and enjoy a few drinks with the musicians. And now, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Yes, I see. Finally, we have some questions from the audience. So first off, a positive comment. Someone said, I was planning to watch the Melodifestivalen. Sorry, I'm German. I do not know how to pronounce that final tonight. And I'm watching this instead. This is much better. Thank you so much. You have no idea. I think everyone agrees. You have no idea how much that means to us. Yes. I tried.
So at one point we have to teach Crow how to make a heart.
I can make one. Look, it's just a weird one.
Social love.
I just mixed up my hands. Hands are complicated, okay? So, here's also another question for Flau, specifically.
Oh.
Someone asks, I'm still curious about how much more pressure it takes to play the drums while wearing a fursuit.
It's actually surprising how little it actually changes the technique. Basically, if you're familiar with drumming technique, you use your fingers a lot, and you use your wrist a lot, and you use your arm. Basically, the only thing you miss is the fingers. You can still use your wrist completely as normal, still use your arm, so basically the only problem is you can't do double hits. Also, since I have a huge muzzle, I a few times accidentally hit myself in the face. It happens.
I can imagine. I was also asked, can we have a pinky on screen, please? Pinky. All pinky, please. I was asked to remind you that our charity stretch goal with your exercise video has been reached.
No!
Yes.
Stop the count!
No.
Stop the count!
Nope. We keep... No, actually, stop the count. Yeah, stop the count. I'm with you.
Oh, you should have stopped it earlier, damn it!
No, we stop it now. That's
Nobody
good.
wants to see this.
I do. You may be curious.
Oh,
So-
God.
I hope the chat people are happy with your excited reaction there.
I swear to God, if it wasn't for the animals, I would not be doing this. And you should all wash your eyes with bleach after watching it.
Okay, and here's another question for us. What is everyone's favorite cocktail?
Flying
This
kangaroo.
thing-
Whiskey sour.
Pina
colada.
Also, gin and tonic. is
Pina
very
colada
nice.
as well.
All of the above,
Recently I've been
just
trying to
gin.
mix Negronis as well.
Yes.
Was that helpful?
No, it was not, because now I'm in the mood for a cocktail. So while I go to that, Pinky, do you want to introduce the next song?
Yes, I'd like to do so. Now we're going to be taking it down a notch because we're going to hear a beautiful ballad, which is quite sad, but also hopeful in a way. The title is Amar Pelos Dois, which is Portuguese for loving for the both of us. And yes, I am singing it in Portuguese. This sweet love song was the winning song of the Eurovision Song Contest in 2017, I think it was. And it got a total of 758 points. It's the highest score ever given to any song there. It was composed by Luisa Sobral and performed by her brother, Salvador Sobral. And we performed it last year for the Nordic Foscon theme for Eurovision. And we loved it so much that it just became part of our standard repertoire. It's emotional, it's beautiful, and the fact that we have a Portuguese band member to help with the pronunciation is an extra bonus.
So this shows us again that Eurovision isn't just jokes and silly outfits. This next song is one of the more heartfelt ballads of the show, with a deep history.